There's a kind of poison that doesn't come in a bottle. It doesn't wear a warning label. It doesn't smell like chemicals or burn your skin, but it can slowly corrode your peace, your purpose, and your sense of self. That poison is toxic, people. And if you're living in the world, working, loving, speaking, creating, you're going to encounter them. They come in many forms: the manipulator who twists your words, the victim who drains your energy, the aggressor who makes you feel small, the charmer who turns cold the moment you disagree. But here's what Stoicism teaches us. They only have the power we give them. They can light the match, but whether we burn, that's on us. Today, we journey together through 11 Stoic insights, not just to survive toxic encounters, but to emerge stronger, wiser, and untouched at our core. These are not theoretical ideas. They are daily practices. They are mental armor. They are reminders of who we are and who we refuse to become. Let's begin. First, control begins and ends within. Epictetus put it simply: we cannot control external events, only our responses to them. When someone disrespects you, dismisses you, or tries to provoke you, your instinct may be to fire back, defend, explain, prove your worth. But that's precisely when you lose control, because now your emotions belong to them. The Stoic practice here is to pause, not to suppress your feelings, but to notice them, breathe, observe, and then respond not with impulse, but with intention. You choose the meaning of their words. You choose what stays and what flows through. This moment of pause, this gap, is where power lives. 2. Your attention is your lifeblood. Seneca wrote, "You become what you give your attention to." Toxic individuals thrive on drama, attention, and emotional chaos. Every time you replay their words in your head, argue in your imagination, or ruminate on how to get even, you're feeding the fire. You're handing them the one thing more valuable than gold, your focus. Stoicism reminds us to guard our mind like a fortress. When negativity knocks, ask, does this deserve space in my thoughts? Does it serve my peace, my purpose? If not, turn the page. Let it go. Because what we focus on, we magnify. 3. Blaming others is a seduction. Taking responsibility is liberation. It's easy to say, he made me feel this way, or she ruined my day. But Marcus Aurelius would remind us, if it's endurable, then endure it. If not, stop complaining. The Stoic doesn't waste time pointing fingers. He asks, what is within my power right now? When a toxic person upsets you, the Stoic doesn't internalize the insult. He sees it for what it is, a reflection of their own struggle, not his worth. He uses the moment to practice virtue, patience, compassion, courage, and moves on. 4. Cultivate inner wealth. Cleanthes said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The toxic person often holds power because we want something from them: approval, respect, validation, love. And when they withhold it, they control us. But what if we needed nothing from them? What if our worth was already complete, needing no external stamp? The Stoic cultivates this inner wealth. He seeks alignment with virtue, not applause. He builds a life rooted in values, not the opinions of broken people. And so he becomes unshakable. 5. Boundaries are not walls, they are filters. Epictetus reminds us, other people's opinions are none of our concern. But what about their actions? What about when they invade your peace, disrespect your time, or drain your spirit? That's where boundaries come in. Not as punishments, but as expressions of self-respect. We don't need to yell, explain, or justify. We simply state, calmly and clearly, what is and isn't acceptable. And then we follow through. The Stoic understands it is not cruel to protect your peace. It is cruel to abandon yourself for the comfort of others. 6. Emotion clouds judgment. Stillness reveals truth. Seneca wrote, "Anger is a brief madness." When we are hurt by someone toxic, our vision narrows. We see only the offense, we imagine motives, we assume intentions, and often we get it wrong. The Stoic slows down. He sits with the discomfort. He waits for the storm to pass before making decisions. He does not text in rage, call in panic, or post in revenge. He reflects. He asks, "Is this true? Is it permanent? Is it mine to carry?" And from that stillness comes wisdom. 7. Practice compassion without attachment. Hierocles spoke of the expanding circles of concern, from self to family to humanity. But not everyone deserves intimate access. Some people must stay at the edge of that circle. The Stoic can feel compassion without rescuing. He can see suffering in the toxic person without becoming their victim. He offers kindness without expectation. And if kindness is abused, he steps back without guilt. That is compassion without attachment. 8. Silence is a sword. When a toxic person provokes you, silence unsettles them. They expect defense, drama, reaction. When you give none, they are left with themselves. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Your silence isn't weakness, it's strength. It's choosing dignity over discord. It's mastering the urge to retaliate. Speak only when it elevates the moment. Let your silence be your shield. 9. Toxicity often repeats because we haven't learned the lesson. If you keep encountering the same kind of person, controlling, deceitful, abusive, the Stoic doesn't say, "Why is this happening to me?" He says, "What am I still tolerating?" He examines the pattern. He asks where his own blind spots are. Is it a need for approval? A fear of conflict? A lack of boundaries? He learns, he grows, and he breaks the cycle. 10. Anchor to your values. When someone attacks you, what do you hold on to? If you grasp for approval, you'll break. If you cling to status, you'll shake. But if you anchor to your values, honesty, kindness, discipline, you remain grounded. The Stoic repeats daily, "Who am I? What do I stand for?" And when the storm comes, he is ready. Because no matter what the toxic person says, they cannot take your character. Only you can abandon it. 11. Freedom is the ultimate goal. Freedom is not escaping toxic people. It's not changing them. It's realizing they have no power over your peace, that your mind is sovereign, that your soul is untouched. Seneca reminds us, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Every toxic encounter is a teacher. It shows us where we react, where we cling, where we still have work to do. But we do the work, together, as Stoics, as seekers of virtue, as builders of inner empires. So the next time you meet a toxic person, smile quietly, because you have the tools, the armor, the wisdom, and most importantly, you have the choice. Thank you for walking this journey with me. If this brought you clarity, share it. If it gave you strength, subscribe, because this is just the beginning. Stay grounded, stay strong, and never give your peace away. We'll continue this path together.